The Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO, is set to launch its Venus mission in 2025 and France will participate in it, French space agency CNES told media on Wednesday. The viral Venus Infrared Atmospheric Gases Linker instrument co-developed with the Russian Federal Space Agency Roscosmos and the LATMOS Atmospheres, Environments and Space Observations Laboratory attached to the French National Scientific Research Center CNRS has been selected by the ISRO after a request for proposals. In March 2018, the two countries also issued a joint vision for space cooperation. India and France are also working on ISRO's human space mission Gaganyaan project, which aims to send 3 Indians to space by 2022. Since September 2018, CNES and ISRO have set up a working group focused on cooperation in the field of human spaceflight, the French agency said. Indian aerospace startup AgniKul Cosmos has signed a memorandum of agreement with the Alaska Aerospace Corporation to test launch their Indian-made Agni rocket from the Pacific Spaceport Complex Alaska on Kodiak Island in the United States. The company is targeting commercial rocket launches from 2022 onwards. Under this agreement, the Alaska Aerospace and AgniKul will work together to secure several regulatory approvals. They include the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration launch licensing, the U.S. export control, and will comply with export laws or regulations in India to receive necessary clearances from the Indian authorities as well. India will formally induct the Nirbhay subsonic cruise missile into the Indian Army and Navy after the 7th trial scheduled next month, but has already moved a limited number of the missiles to the line of actual control where Indian soldiers are locked in a tense standoff with China. The Defence Acquisition Council headed by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has cleared the formal induction of the Nirbhay subsonic missile. The military, however, did not wait for the formality to deploy the new missile and has already moved some of them to defend the LAC against China. The missile, which travels at a speed of 0.7 Mach, has both terrain-hugging and sea-skimming capability that helps it avoid detection and countermeasures. The IAF is expected to soon approach the government for an accord on the acceptance of necessity for the 114 fighters deal, after which the formal procurement process would begin. The new DAP 2020 comes into effect from October 1. On the fighter modernization, Air Marshal Singh told that the rate at which the phasing out was taking place, the MiG-21 would have to go, but life of other fighters was being extended and made more capable. The IAF is in the process of phasing out the remaining squadrons of MiG-21. We will hit around 37 to 38 squadrons in a decade, Air Marshal Sandeep Singh told media. He added that this was assuming there were no delays in the induction of the light combat aircraft variants. The Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft (AMCA) induction is planned to begin by the end of the decade. The first look at the upcoming Saras Mk2 aircraft marks a tectonic shift from its previous design, and marks a move from rarely used pusher configuration of its propeller position to the tractor configuration. Earlier the engines were mounted on stub wings located at the aft fuselage, but now the new design features a high-mounted wings design with 2 turboprop engines in a wing-mounted pod with enhanced fuselage. It will be able to carry 19 passengers instead of the previous 14 passengers, and also the design has been optimized for takeoffs and landings from semi or unprepared runways. The NAL has said in its report that government should procure at least 50 to 60 aircraft to make program viable to be in VVIP and passenger configuration. IAF has committed to procure 15 for VIP transport and supply roles during emergencies. According to NAL, each aircraft will cost 50 crores and will be the cheapest in its class. Bengaluru-based Dynamatic Technologies Limited has confirmed that the first front fuselage assembly for the LCA Tejas aircraft has been handed over to the state-owned Hindustan Aeronautics Limited after acceptance from HAL in 2017. Dynamatic Technologies Limited was chosen as the supplier for the front fuselage assembly from HAL, Light Combat Aircraft Division. In 2019, Dynamatic Technologies Limited had launched Tejas main fuselage assembly for Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. And the first front fuselage assembly for the LCA Tejas was delivered in 2020. Dynamatic Technologies is the first Indian company to manufacture and export a high-accuracy tooling structure to Boeing Space and recently has been awarded a contract for the delivery of tools for the Boeing Saab T-7A Red Hawk program. Dynamatic Technologies already is the front runner for various other upcoming programs like Tejas Mk2, TEDBF, and IMCA and will also supply front fuselage assembly for the LCA Tejas Mk1A program.